There's no secret to what works. There are no secrets that someone hasn't got about how to create a mentally healthy workplace. The secret is there are no secrets. It's humane treatment of your staff, connecting on a human level, creating real relationships.
I think leaders just need to know their staff. There's never been a more important time to get to know them and to understand their situation and to acknowledge people's situation and then react. And most employers have got an EAP program. We already know the uptake for EAPs is very low. Therefore, employees need to be quite aggressive in their message that says, help us, help you now, so we can protect the NHS. You need to ring your EAP. They need to pick up the phone to your EAP, because what we don't want is you waiting and then you having to react and you ended up in the NHS and flooding us. That is not helpful either, and people really need to be hammering that home, but I'm not sure that they are.
I think that right now, I think companies are very much for having this conversation. I've been hugely encouraged, by seeing quite a nice balance between, ensuring business continuity, but at the same time ensuring we safeguard the mental and the emotional health of our people. I've been hugely encouraged. Now, I think the jury's out around what might happen into the future. Will they continue this momentum? Will they continue to invest in really beginning to create a culture where people can talk openly about their mental ill health if they need to be able to do that? Will they definitely look to elevating health to being more of a strategic priority in their business?
Write a health and mental health strategy. And most people want to do something that is quite easy to implement, quite cheap, looks good, but is going to have real value to employees. But those are trade-offs. Yeah? If you want something that's going to be real value to employees, then you need to be prepared to make systemic change.
So we don't just have a well-being week and then we flog you for the other 51 weeks of the year, or have a few bananas next to the till in the canteen, and will it become a strategic priority? Because we've seen that when people are unhealthy, nobody can work, economies come to a standstill.
I mean, there is a huge highlight at the moment for looking after the well-being of your staff. So we're seeing a lot of cultural changes. And I think if you think about the things like empathy, honesty, compassion, etc., which I guess a while ago, even just before this, these were luxury items. They're no longer luxury items. These are necessities to help your people, survive.
Okay, let's put health and mental health and how you treat your body and yourself and others in your performance management framework. Why don't you, as part of your annual planning process, make every individual have plans, around how they're going to look after their health and mental health, but that of their team as well. It doesn't even need to be something that's, it doesn't need to be something that you're going to challenge them on later, but ideally it would. But if you're not going to bring health and mental health into your performance management and how the system is measured and how individuals are measured, how on earth are you going to create changes?
Leaders are equally as confused as everyone else, and I think people also need to not have high expectations and have demands and put too much pressure on them as well. I think they're looking for ideas, they're looking for innovation, they're looking also for employers to lead and to give them some thoughts, because I think if it's a mix of the two that needs to happen now. The only way we're going to move forward is about us coming together and doing it together. I think that's the key part. It's not a them and an us anymore. It's we're all in this together, and let's see how this bumpy road pans out at the end of the day.
This is no joke this time. This is a place for reevaluating businesses, values, what's important in the world, what's truly meaningful and what isn't, what's superfluous and what's essential. But within all of that, we do have an opportunity now to really reevaluate what business and work means in people's lives, and understand this. I've been a therapist, a professional coach in many forms for many years, and I've seen the impact of people, the impact of work on people's, in terms of people experience the most extreme adversity and mental illness. And here's the thing: work has been the best form of recovery. when you get the culture right, the support right, you get the job right for that person. I've seen jobs transform people no therapy ever did. And you all have, people have an opportunity in business to create cultures right now and to start reevaluating both the business values and the individual values within those organizations to truly create a high performing, mentally healthy workforce.